What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back yet it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. And you guys remember the brother CJ King, right? He was the guy who graduated from the Southern Law School Center in Baton Rouge, and he pretty much said that he was the prize, right? And he took a shot at African American women, talking about what they like and what they don't like, and you know how they don't want to date a man if he's not a certain height and all this and a certain class. And at the end of that lengthy Instagram post, what you see here is that he said he is the prize, and a lot of people were upset about him for the fact that he was bragging on himself. And, he shouldn't have been saying things like that. And he's pretty much an asshole. That's what they're talking about. And at the gist of it, what I'm getting out of this is when black men are pointing out that they have made an accomplishment as far as in education, they've made an accomplishment as far as, rebutting that stereotype that black men are not successful, that people have a serious problem with bragging. Now keep in mind, he doesn't have any children, right? And he mentions that in his Instagram post, and I believe you're seeing it right now on that post. But I also want to talk about how when it's the other way around, meaning that when you have a black woman who is a law school graduate, it's okay for her to brag. But see, let me kind of talk about this, right? Because see, CJ King, he went to Southern, and Southern's not a great law school, but it's a law school nonetheless. Here we have a young lady out of Los Angeles, and her name is Brianna Williams. At the time, she was 24 years old when she graduated Harvard Law School. But see, the thing about it was, she was a single mother. Now, if you look at the photo here, she's very, very attractive. Very beautiful. But here you have a lady who gets into Harvard Law School and you get pregnant as a single mom. And guess what? People wrote articles all about it. You're reading it right here. CBS News says, single mom who went into labor during final school graduates from Harvard Law. All right? But you know what? I want to read this Instagram post, right? I want to read this, and you see there's like over 2,054 comments. But let me read the bragathon, all right, that, she got from her fans. And like you see, the post is 27,641 likes. Give me some dating music. I went into labor in April during final exam period. I immediately requested an epidural so that my contractions wouldn't interfere with my family law grade. And with tears in my eyes, I finished it. Give her a round of applause. This biting the bullet experience is quite quintessential of my time at Harvard. To say, my last year of law school with a newborn and as a single mom was a challenge would be an understatement. Some days I was so mentally and emotionally fatigued that I did not leave my bed. I struggled with reliable child care. It was not atypical to see me rushing through Washer Tyne to Dean of Students' office with Evelyn in her carriage, asking Dean of Students Affairs, I believe it's DOS, can they keep her for a few until class was over? Uh-oh, she's getting help. Dating music again. If not, she'd just have to come with me to class. Evie attended classes so often. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't think I could do it. I did not think At 24 years old, as a single mom, I would be able to get through one of the most intellectually rigorous and challenging positions of my life. It was hard, it hurt. Instagram can make people's lives seem seamless, but this journey has been heart-wrenching. However, I am happy to say, I did it! Stop the show. Doesn't that sound like bragging to me? Today, Evelyn in my arms, with tears streaming down my face, I accepted my Juris Doctorate from Harvard Law School. At first, I was the anomaly of my marginalized community. Then as a single mother, I became a statistic. Next, I pray, for the sake of my baby, I will be an example. Evelyn, they said that because of you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Just know I did this because of you. Thank you for giving me the strength and courage to be invisible. Let's keep beating all their odds, baby. 2,054 comments. Okay, do you see that? That's the number of comments. Now, here you have a woman who gets into Harvard Law School. Now, I'm assuming she got there when she's 22. Somehow between 22 to 25, when maybe she was supposed to be studying, she ends up getting pregnant. Meaning that this young lady sat herself backwards. Like, am I missing that? Like, you want to get praise for something that you put yourself in this position. Like, I'm trying to understand, is that what we're doing here? This lady made a mistake at Harvard Law School, which was having a baby and not being married, or at least doing it in grad school. It's something that should never happen with somebody you're not in a serious relationship with. Now, I would have no problem with this if she was married and it's happened, right? But it's neither here nor there, because my opinion of this doesn't matter. And I'm happy that she graduated. She's African American. She's, very beautiful. I'm pretty sure she's doing very well. Okay, that's not what the whole thing about. It's not to belittle her. The issue is that she can brag about all that she overcame, and everybody is okay with it. What about what CJ King had to overcome? Because he didn't get anybody pregnant while he was in law school. What about all the adversities he overcame to get to where he's at? To become the prize in the black community, being told that you were less than. See, it's okay for her to say that she's marginalized. Bring that part up. At first, I was the anomaly of my marginalized community. Stop right there. Are black men not marginalized? See, black men are also a marginalized community. We are looked down upon way worse than any single mother. All right, we're at the bottom. There's nobody more marginalized in black America than the black man, because he can't get 2,054 comments of all positives. He can't do that. But see, when it comes to sisters, they can come out and say, I'm marginalized, and yet you can take your kids and get help from people at Harvard Law School to watch your children. Black men don't get that kind of support. It's not like she did it on her own. People helped her and her daughter graduate law school. And people are talking about how she's amazing and how she's truly an inspiration. Is CJ King not an inspiration? See, it's okay for you to be able to brag when you're a single mom, or when you're a woman and you do great things. You can put yourself in a bad position and get yourself out of it. You get praise. Bravo, clap, 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 clap. You don't get that kind of love when you're CJ King, though. That's the issue. And we see the hypocrisy. When a sister does it, it's okay. She can brag. She can talk about how she did what she did, how she overcame this, how she did it for her daughter, how she did it. Well, what about CJ King? His inspiration was that people told him you weren't tall enough. You don't make enough money. You're not the prize. I don't want to date you because of this and that. So that was his chip on his shoulder. He wanted to prove everybody wrong. And do you know what? How many black men are living like that every day, where they have a chip on their shoulder? They want to prove somebody wrong. And then when they come out and throw it in your face, you got a problem with it. There is no problem with what he did, especially when you big up this sister for doing what she did and bragging. But you got a problem with what the brother did. And it's just not fair. And do you know what? You ain't gotta speak out on it. I'll speak out on it. And you know what? A lot of brothers need to start bragging about their accomplishments to let the world know. So guys, let your boy know it's O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. Subscribe, hit the bell, go to my first comment pinned to the top. You'll get all my information there. Join us on my Facebook group, facebook.com/Negro Manosphere. You have to like and follow the page, but if you do follow the page and you want to get into the group, you can request to join. Now, it is not a roast group. You will not be in there acting a fool, because you will get my group shut down and I will kick your ass out. So just know that it's not like my YouTube comment section. So just know that before you come in there. Brothers, thank you for everything. Make sure that you check out my Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts and all of that. And I do thank you for your support. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.